You know that feeling. You meet someone new, you want to connect, but you're not quite sure how to start.
Yeah, finding that opening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it usually comes down to questions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like these little keys, really.
Mm-hmm. Unlocking the conversation.
Totally. And that's what we're diving into today. We've looked at some great material on how to ask questions effectively in English.
Right. Stuff that gives you the tools to do it clearly, confidently.
Open up those doors. You know? So our mission today is basically to get a solid grip on forming questions and understanding why they're so powerful.
Absolutely. Because the sources we looked at, they really stress it's not just about grammar.
Oh. What else then?
It's the engine for connection, for learning. I mean, think about it. Every time you really learn something new or connect with someone, it probably started with a question, right? It shows you're curious, you're engaged.
Okay, so it's way more than just like polite chit-chat. It's fundamental.
That's the idea. It's how we invite people in, show genuine interest, asking, what do you think about this? Or what got you into that?
Right. It signals you actually care about their answer.
Precisely. And beyond just connecting, questions are, well, they're our main tool for figuring things out.
Yeah, so
We use them to get information, clear up confusion, basically just navigate the world. It's how we learn actively.
okay, got it. Fuel for conversation, tools for exploring. Makes total sense. So let's get practical. How do we actually build these questions in English? Our sources mention two main categories.
They do. Basically, you've got your yes-no questions and your WH questions.
Right.
And knowing the difference is pretty crucial. Not just for grammar, but for the kind of answer you're looking for.
Okay, let's tackle yes-no first. They sound simple, expecting a yes or a no. But how do they work structurally in English?
Well, they almost always start with a helping verb, like do, does, are, is, was, were.
Ah, right. Like the ones you use in negative sentences, too.
Exactly. Also did, will, can, could, should, all those. You basically pop that helping verb right at the beginning.
So instead of you like pizza.
It becomes do you like pizza? Or the sort examples, are you from Italy? Did she call you? Will you join us?
Okay. The pattern is helping verb, then the subject to or what you're asking about.
That's the core structure, yeah.
All right. Now, what about those WH questions? They seem designed to get more info, right? Not just a yes or no.
Exactly. They're the open-ended ones. They start with those specific question words.
What, where, when?
Why, who, whose, and how. Those are the main ones the sources list.
And these demand more detail.
Yeah, definitely. If you ask, what do you like to eat? Or where did you go yesterday? You're expecting more than a simple yes.
Or how do you study English? Or why is she sad? Those need explanations.
Correct. They invite a more detailed response.
So is there like a basic formula for these WH questions? Sometimes getting the word order right feels a bit tricky.
There's a pretty solid formula the sources lay out. It goes WH word, then helping verb,
Right.
then the subject,
Right.
and the main verb, and then maybe the rest of the sentence.
Do you give an example?
Sure. The source uses, what do you like to do? So what WH word? Do, helping verb, you, subject, like main verb, to rest.
What do you like to do? Okay, that fits.
Yeah. Or where does he live? Why did they cancel the party? Same pattern.
WH word, helping verb, subject, main verb. Got it. And for the yes-no ones, what's the structure there? Simpler.
A bit simpler, yeah. It's basically helping verb plus subject plus main verb plus rest of sentence.
Ah, so just take out the WH word from the start.
Exactly. Like the source examples. Do you play football? Is she at home? Well, we have class tomorrow.
No WH word needed. Just the helping verb kicking things off.
Right. You just need that signal for a yes or no answer. It's definitely worth noting down those formulas.
Absolutely. Having that structure in mind helps a lot. Now, theory is one thing, but how does this play out in, like, a real chat? The sources had that example dialogue, Sarah and Leo.
Ah, yes, that's a great little example. It shows how questions keep things moving naturally.
How does it start?
Sarah asks, so what do you do for fun? Oh, that's a nice open WH question.
Invites Leo to share something.
Exactly. He says hiking. So Sarah follows up, cool, where do you usually go hiking? See? Building on his answer.
Right, digging a bit deeper.
Yeah. And then she asks, that sounds amazing. Do you go alone or with friends? Another follow-up showing she's listening and interested.
It really is like a little back and forth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ask something related.
That's the cycle. That asking, listening, asking more, that's what makes a conversation feel alive, engaging.
And it really underlines that it's not just about forming the question grammatically.
No, definitely not.
It's about listening to the answer to ask the next good question.
That's spot on. Active listening is key. It lets you ask relevant follow-ups, showing you're actually tuned in. That's how you build that connection.
Okay. Now, especially for learners, getting these structures right isn't always easy. There are common mistakes, right?
Yeah.
The sources pointed some out.
Yes, they did. It's helpful to see these common slip-ups. For instance, saying, you like coffee, instead of,
Do you like coffee?
right. Forgetting that helping verb do. Or for WH questions, maybe saying, where you go.
When it should be, where did you go? If it's past tense.
Exactly. Or messing up the word order, like how I can speak English.
Instead of how can I speak English,
Flipping
the subject and helping verb.
Correct. These might seem like small things, but fixing them makes a huge difference to clarity.
Yeah, it really smooths things out, makes it sound much more natural. Remembering those basic structures is key.
Absolutely. Getting those down is a really big step towards clearer, more confident communication.
Okay, so once we feel okay with the basics, are there ways to get, more specific with our questions? The sources mentioned some other question words.
Yes, some more nuanced ones for more precise inquiries like whose.
For possession.
Exactly. Whose book is this? And which, when you have options.
Which color do you prefer? Makes sense.
And then there are combinations using how with an adjective or adverb.
Oh, like how long?
Yeah, for duration, how long does it take? Or how much for cost or quantity, how much is it?
And how far? For distance.
Yeah.
How far is your house?
Right. These allow you to zero in on specific details.
They really do add another layer. Instead of just, how was it?
Oh,
You can ask much more pointed questions. Useful.
very useful. Using these can make your conversations more detailed, more insightful, even more professional, depending on the situation.
Okay, great. So we've got the types, the formulas, the common errors, these advanced words. Now, the most important bit, actually using them. How do the sources suggest we practice?
Practice, practice, practice. It's the only way to build confidence. The sources give some good starter questions to try out.
Like what?
Things like, what's your favorite food? Do you work or study? Why are you learning English? Or where did you grow up? Can you help me?
Just basic everyday questions to get comfortable with.
Exactly. And they suggest actually saying them out loud. Helps with the flow.
Good tip. And I like that little challenge in the source material.
Yeah. Write 5 WH questions and 3 yes/no questions.
Yeah. Makes you actively apply what you've learned.
Totally. And you can practice anywhere. With friends, teachers, language partners. Even just asking yourself questions.
Just making it a habit.
Exactly. Even short, consistent practice helps build that muscle memory, makes it feel more automatic.
So wrapping things up, it feels clear that questions are just, they're incredibly important. Much more than just grammar points.
Oh, absolutely. They're how we connect, how we learn, how we grow, really.
And that final thought from the source material really stuck with me.
Which one was that?
The more questions you ask, the more answers life gives you.
Yeah. That's a good one. It perfectly sums up how inquiry, how curiosity just opens things up.
It really does. It links asking, which sometimes takes a bit of courage,
Putting yourself out there.
Yeah, it links that act to actually getting back knowledge, connection, understanding. The payoff is potentially huge.
It's about more than just English skills. It's about adopting that curious stance towards the world, becoming a better communicator overall.
Definitely. And thinking beyond just language learning.
Yeah.
Actively seeking answers through questions, considering how that could actually, reshape your whole understanding of things around you. That's a powerful idea to sit with.